Okay. Thanks for coming in here. Thanks for watching me, y'all. And I got this little thing at the bottom saying like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want y'all to do. Subscribe to Post Jumper Reactions. Um, now, this almighty suspect was surprised when JP said that he messed with had relations with a man. At this point, Almighty didn't even want to be Almighty didn't even want to be on there at this point. Uh, at this point, he just wanted to trick. Because why would you have him on there and you talking about you on there with a gay? I mean, nothing against him, but you on there with a gay guy. I don't know if they call him gay, whatever. But I'm not trying to diss or nothing. Uh, but that's not Almighty's thing to stream with a person that messes with the same sex. And
My mom said, it's hard.
and I don't blame him. But
I need my driver's license.
yeah.
She said, I'll give her 500, she'll give me the green card.
Uh, y'all just messed up putting Almighty on there like that, bro. Like y'all really like put him on blast when y'all did this. I should have never did this to him. Damn. Um, mm, yeah. Should have left that alone. But yeah, let's get to that content though. Talk more later.
So about like 4 5 years ago, I had relations with a young man, right?
Huh? No
Yeah.
Diddy.
No,
No,
Diddy, nigga. This shit ain't no mother.
Hey, Almighty Suspect said what? No Diddy. He said, nah, Diddy, man. Diddy, this my effort. What? Bro, come on. Y'all can't do Suspect like that, bro. Y'all doing the most.
Fucking joke. This shit is real. Anyways, so it's about like 4 5 years ago, right?
He said this shit is real. And he looked at Flacco like, hey, bro, like, what the is going on today on this podcast? I ain't sitting here for all this.
So like everybody, everybody knew at least like all my niggas and shit. Like they all knew, like, but nobody get no fuckers like who the fuck gonna do something to me? Yeah. So about like 4 5 years ago,
That's crazy. But yeah, that's that one. But we're gonna look at some more no jumpers clips. Maybe um let's look at I want to look at the shorts. Uh Glasses Malone uh assembles the Crips to press Adin Ross Let's look at that.
Tired of having to stream in 720p in StreamYard or having to pay more to get 1080p quality? We got you. Start you.
I'll tell you who's not getting bipped when he comes to LA, Aiden Ross, unless he goes to Glasses Malone hood, that's for sure. But with that being said, he got some he had some shit to say to academics. He said that he called the police after getting threatened by my friend G. Malone. Let's take a look at this clip, brothers.
If it's someone else that says it, and even Glasses Malone said the same thing. He was
Lush got a
well,
black
Act
woman
is
as a
black.
Siri, bro.
So if Act said it's
That's crazy.
no, like it's not that
let's be barking orders at a black woman. That's
I thought she was Asian, dude.
He's so woke. He's too woke.
I just think they've never seen me come out like Wendy Ortiz or Pokimane. Or
they're not
I say that.
They're not gonna
Act. You have act. I say the same words. I called the people I just named dirty before. It's not just I'm only calling.
Did he say Pokimane? Pokimane. I think he said Pokimane, not Pokemon. He said Pokimane.
Doechii a dirty because she's black. They don't see that clip. You're involved in the streaming world, so you see when I come at all these people. You get it.
I know.
They don't see.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I don't only call the black women dirty. I call the women that are dirty. It's not. I don't look at skin and I don't look at color. I don't look at any of that because I'm gonna give it a buck, bro. 126, and I believe that like right now we're like this is the truth, bro. Like everybody is so divided, and everybody makes everything about a background or race or religion. It's like everybody's just so separated, and I don't know, bro. It sucks, you know. And it's funny because I can't speak on this because then the Jewish man's talking about this, like. But I get it, so I completely understand where the people are now. What I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening with gang members is just so corny to me. Like it really is corny. These are grown men that are grandfathers.
I didn't like that. And by the way, here's the thing. What I said to Glass, and I said it to you. I said, listen, you know, you guys missed an opportunity to bridge some. Again, I agree with Aiden responding and defending himself because,
you know, I'm gonna speak on academic, man. There's some things he say I agree on, and something academics say I just don't agree on because with this YouTube world thing, academic is like 50 and 50. Sometimes he contradicts himself like all the time, and he be talking about stuff that's like he put his input too much on certain things that don't need his input, if that makes sense.
a lot of times when they get mad at me, they're like, well, why did you say this to so-and-so? When somebody goes 5%, I go 500%. They never see the 5%. They're like, well, why did you go 5%? So I agree and I defend you for defending yourself. But here's the thing. Everything you're telling me, what I know, which is, you kind of use the same language for all races. They're not gonna use that. Nuance won't be really brought into. The only thing I would say to you is that, and this is the only part that you have to be cognizant about. There are sensitive groups that would think about, like, they're just sensitive of that. Like black people are sensitive.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. If the Glasses guy and Joe Buttons, why don't they, if they really love Doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a They're using this as a moment to clout chase off it, to create other moments, and to create clips. It's the truth. It's the truth. If they really gave a then how come they're not consistent with what they do,
bro,
what they speak about, and what they preach?
He's literally doing the same thing.
So it's interesting because Joe, like myself, kind of like put out the same thoughts that we kind of thought she was an industry plant. But I think he reverted to, I'm in protect black women mode when you spoke, and it's because there's this like inclination that they're like, well, this guy's racist, so let's change it because Joe and Doechii don't get along neither. I don't know if you know. They're not like, but whatever you said about Doechii,
they're using siding with her. It's not even a side. They're using creating this hit piece against me because they're seeing how much, bro. It's all over Twitter. It's like so big. It's such a popular thing. Why don't these people stream her music? Why aren't they not streaming her music then? Listen, if you have a big issue and you want to support, you know, your people, you know, that you with, why not stream their music?
If he if he's not racist, why would he say your people? Like everybody is equal. Like it ain't your people.
Why don't we talk about how much of a musician she is? Why? Because they understand that she's a musician and she's an industry plant and it's insecurity at the end of the day. She's even talking about it in a song with SZA. So we know it's true, right? We know it's true, and I'm not going to back down on that. And now when people want to threaten my life and stuff, I really wish they would, bro. I walk around 4 security guards. I'm about to upgrade to Mossad at this point with police. I really wish.
I don't like when people say, "Oh, I walk around with 10 security guards. I walk around with 20 security guards." Well, 20 security guards to 100 gangbangers is not going to stop you. It's not going to stop anything. Like that's like going to war, bro. Like, we walk around with like 10 million gang members. Like you walk around with 20 security guards, we walk around with like 30 gang members or 100 gang members. So, you know, act the math on that, and they all be strapped up. So
somebody's head will get one tapped. I'm really like, dude, I don't like. I'm not here to attack anybody.
And by the way, I also said that too. I think there's, you know, there's so much like conversation I feel like are going past like the intended people. I also said to Glasses, I'm like, listen, when you suggest, if you suggest violence onto Aiden, make sure you're doing it yourself. Because if you go suggest some young kid to go listen to you and try to do something dumb, especially the Aiden in public, you move correct as you should. You're gonna set somebody up to go get their split. Like that's not cool.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you put that out? And most of the times, those are CTAs. That's
we could have been. We could pause.
You're not gonna do it. This whole.
I've never heard of Doechii. If I'm being honest.
You never. What do you mean you never heard of her?
Like until this whole.
Okay, yeah.
I never
like previous to this, yeah, understandable. I mean,
is she a rapper?
Yeah. I knew who Doechii was, but I'm also like a super.
Like I didn't hear his
obviously.
first like comment, but like I don't know. I'm not listening to No Thought rap.
Lush, bro. That eye look bad and bad every day. Lush. Oh no, bro. What did they hit you with, bro? Like, I mean, you might think it was an object, but you know, it might have not been an object. It might have been a fish. I mean, a fist. And that's a liquor store bag on the floor. So yeah, what was y'all drinking on? You know, I know liquor store bags. That's like a convenience store bag right there. And he got the pipe on the table, the bung. And what is that skull? Is that skull 3D printed? Because I know I could 3D print one.
Chris for real.
Well, but she's like in a
standing on business.
It's even
You know?
less. But that's
First of all, what kind of shoes House Phone got on, bro? Like, what are those?
it's even less of a rapper that I would assume you to listen to because she's not even like in the. Oh, you mean like girls? You meant like women. Okay, yeah.
There's like a few. There's like a handful that like I fuck with like Lil Kayla. I fuck with like Pluto and Niece from.
Oh yeah. When we
Yeah.
No, look, Doechii is talented. I knew she was talented for like before I even thought she was affiliated with TDE like years ago. I kind of just knew her from the underground circuit. She's ill. I think that Aiden is not. I don't think he realizes. Like I think he's so deep in the weeds I think he's surrounded by, like, because he has so much power and so much influence at such a young age, people are afraid to fully tell him how they feel and be honest with him and give him like the critique and guidance he needs when it comes to certain things, because he's already so young and such a boss. You can't really tell him, you know what I mean? So there might be certain things he's saying and doing. He's unaware of the gravity. I'm going to stick with my previous statement. I do not believe that Aiden is a racist. You know what I mean? Like, at his core. Now, I think the things he's saying and the way he's moving is very easy for people to perceive him that way. And it's hard. It makes it difficult to defend him regardless. However, he's not, like, if I were just to assess his heart, I don't think he has malice in his heart to that degree.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, like, I feel like you saying he doesn't know what he's doing is just naive. Like, even I think I saw you had that take on the Thursday episode or whatever, and the way Ack is like dealing with him with these like kitty gloves on right now is just exactly why he is the way he is. You feel me? Like, he makes racist.
Oh, yeah. And if I never told y'all, you feel me? Go like, post Jumper reactions. Go to the page, post Jumper reactions. Go subscribe. Press the subscribe button. And go down on the videos and press the like button. Oh yeah, and also press that bell so you get every time I upload something, because this page is gonna be jumping. So go and subscribe to the channel so we can keep it moving and keep it coming. With that being said, let's get back into the video.
Jokes. He makes gay jokes. But then when people accuse him of making like derogatory comments that are like racially colored, he goes, "What? Me?
That's what I'm.
Are you serious, guys? Are you being for real right now? Me? Like, bro,
But
come on,
I
dog.
think, but that's because
Come on, dog. He's
that
very
goes,
much in control of his circus. Like, he
but that
came
doesn't
up
go
doing
back
the
to what I just
low-cal
said,
shit.
though. That doesn't go back to like him literally like a lack of awareness. I'm not saying that he's not wrong. I'm not saying he shouldn't be held accountable. I'm not saying that some of those comments definitely have a bit of a accent to him that he might not want them to, or that I wouldn't want.
Was the comment he made about her like racist? Like
He called her dirty. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, it's racism." You know, for me, I feel like it's just him getting at her crazy type. Like, okay. Also, another part of this,
Protect
my bad,
black
not to just skip over what you're
Y'all
saying,
hear his
right?
verse?
He said, yeah, hold on. That's what I want to touch on. He said that everyone is using his name right now for a clout moment and they're hopping on top of him, but they don't really want to support her, whatever. Bro, I listened to the Doechii song. It's definitely a subliminal shot at like streamers. You could probably say it's towards him and academics. He jumped out the window, made a whole song, started going crazy on stream, doing all this just to get clipped, to keep his name in this conversation. Like, this is gonna end up being a W for Aiden, because now he's in the culture conversation more than he's ever been. Of course, he's been a part of it by hanging out with popular rappers on stream or whatever, all this other stuff he's doing, his ties to Drake and stuff. But now this is kind of like solidifying his voice in the culture, showing that it does have an effect on how we feel about, you feel me?
Voice of the culture. This dude helped the president get elected. What the fuck are we talking about? His influence.
I'm more so talking about like the culture. You know, like, what I'm saying?
You mean
like,
hip hop culture?
Yeah, hip hop culture for sure.
Kind of already. I mean, all right, not kind of.
Definitely not, bro. Point another instance to me besides him just like hanging out with rappers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like him having this association, rappers going to him as part of their marketing strategy.
my point
having pre-allocated budgets going to him.
That's just eyes. That's visibility, bro. That's like Drewski doing a T-Mobile commercial, bro.
For sure.
But that doesn't mean that like
which is huge,
T-Mobile is like a huge part of the culture, although they are. Shout out to Sidekick. But what I'm saying is that like the people even giving a about Aiden having to say something about Doechii's music. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get into the conversation about her being a industry plant. Like, no one gives a what Aiden has to say in that regard. In any real measure. His fan base doesn't give a about how he feels about Doechii and if she's an industry plan or not.
I mean, it's kind of like a W across the board if you really think about it, because the name of the game is ultimately just conversation, engagement, and clicks. And now G Malone, who is, you know, if you're from the West Coast or you've been around for a while, you know he's a legendary rapper. A lot of y'all might not even be familiar with really who he is like that, but he is a legendary MC and has a big voice. But now he's in the conversation with Adin Ross. So this kind of is a W for G Malone for even just being, it made him more relevant on a media scale. So you can say it's a W for Adin in a cultural sense, even though I disagree with that because it kind of made him look bad.
I think the way that G went about it, sorry to interrupt you, the way that G went about it, like having direct confrontation with him and sending threats towards him and making him like making a man into a mountain in a sense, was not the dope way to go about it. Sure, his name's in the conversation and stuff, but I feel like how your name is in the conversation matters. Like when Joe addressed Adin Ross, it was very dismissive. He was like, you know who I don't like? These streamer dudes. And Adin's at the top of that list because he does stuff. And he was talking about the Puka Nacua situation and how Puka got in trouble for, you know, making that gesture online. But it seems like Adin has no ramification for it, at least publicly. You know, he's Jewish. I guess it's okay. It's better to make fun of your own people than an outsider making fun of your people. So maybe it's one of those, right?
You have it listen, you type it in, and then you go dig it.
All right, y'all. I guess that's the end. That's the end. That's the end. Like I said, go subscribe, become part of Post Jumper Reactions. We're gonna be doing more and more and more. Yeah, let's just get this thing cracking, man. Let's just get this ball rolling and get the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? Slam dunk. You know? We here and we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep going. I know I usually stop, you know. I got a channel called Me Mugging Media, but I can't get on there. I got like I think like 11K subscribers on there. So I have to come to this and redo this because they took my email, you know. So I have to go make another page. But I got another channel, and that channel is called React and Relate TV. And I fuck with that channel over there, but it's like I can't because I don't know why. But yeah, I still mess with that channel over there. I'm still trying to grow that channel and stuff like that. Then I got another channel called Clip Post Media. So yeah, y'all go check them pages out. Clip Post Media, you know, is a faceless channel. But YouTube always telling me that because I'm put my face on things or my voice is that they gonna take my my monetization. So that's why I just really stopped that channel, stop messing with that channel, but I still post over there, but I just can't get monetized no more. Where I can, I just gotta put in a little video. And I think like that's pointless for faceless channel because I gotta throw my face on there. I don't know how the other channels be doing it, but to me, throwing my face on there is just pointless. I don't know. It's pointless to me. I will faceless channel. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get up out of here. I see y'all in the next one. We're gonna keep dropping them and we're gonna keep coming with them. I'm just trying to get used to this right now. I'm not used to talking in the camera. You know, I feel like I'm talking to myself. You feel me? But yeah, pretty soon I should have my own little studio or something. But right now, you know, working with a little something. You know, trying to get a my own mic and stuff. You know, I got my son's mic right now, so just testing it out for him, seeing how it goes. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. All y'all have a blessing day, and I'm outie.